Are you an angel?
No, my name is Bert.
Actually, his name is Garret Dillahunt, and when we worked together, he kept me safe.
What the hell do you want?
Nothing. We don't want anything. We'll leave. We're leaving.
Well, I'm glad he was able to keep me safe. But you know what? He also came through for me recently by coming to my acting class and talking to my students. We talked about how he's been a successful actor for over 30 years. In this part of the interview, we talk about our time together when we were both series regulars on Raising Hope. You know, when I asked Gregg, I remember him saying somewhere else that your audition tape was so interesting to him. What do you remember about sending in the tape and finding Bert? And when you do an audition tape like that, do you think, I'm going to find my own interesting things, you know, specifically to make sure I stand out?
I will say, and I think you guys have probably experienced this too, if you've auditioned enough, you kind of know how everyone's going to sound.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the joke, this is the operative word in this sentence, this is the punchline. I think I'm a really good listener.
I made a ship and a bottle.
It's ship in a bottle.
At least I look like a good listener
Mm-hmm.
to a scene. And I find so much from other people or from other things to react to.
Uh-huh.
I don't allow them to shape my performance. And I think that's what he's referring to. I think there's always a lot of,
Yeah.
you know, Bert takes everything in. And
Your baby stinks.
And where did you discover that? You just were going over the material, and you go, I think, oh, actually,
I don't know,
see
man. I had
this
funny friends in high school. You know, I started in comedies and then got into the like Deadwood was like a series of serial killers then for about a decade. You had to convince Gregg I could be funny.
Hey, settle this argument for us. If he got hit on the head and lost 8 months of memory, doesn't it make sense that if he got hit on the head again, he'd get it back?
Oh, you mean like when Gilligan got amnesia when the skipper hit him with the board?
Yes. See? Doctor's with me on this.
But I also think Gregg in particular, we have almost the exact same sense of humor.
That's 5, Virginia.
I've never met someone, a showrunner or a producer of his caliber that I just immediately clicked with, and we're just immediately riffing on ideas or what if he does this? And we started some season, and me and Martha are supposed to. It's like we're gonna have sex. Like finally, it's Bert and Virginia's night.
Mm-hmm.
And I just jumped on the bed and kind of hunkered down. Like I was hunkered, like I'm obviously decided how it's going to go, which wasn't in the script. But Gregg fell over, and then he's like, well, if he's going to do that, just climb on. Like, you know, he changed. It's a terrible example, I suppose. You don't know me, and I'm talking about it. But I just love people that are not threatened by that.
Yeah.
We have to be the same.
Yeah.
Then we can't be like, you don't have an idea.
Yeah.
You got to be open to it.
Yeah.
It might be really good.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's being a pro.
I always admired that you were always finding things to do. It seems like something that you love to do. I have a bit on my my reel when Molly Shannon we were on a date and you and Martha were across from me. You're kind of uncomfortable, and rather than just sit there, you're kind of playing with your wine glass. And
what are you going to throw in my face next? The fact that you can fold your tongue or tiptoe?
I refuse to make a scene!
it seems like, is that something you're always doing? You're thinking of what else can I be
I
doing?
do like props. You know, she's just listening to someone talk. And she's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People do stuff. You know, you think, oh, that's not real life. No one would do that in real life. But we do really weird shit in real life that people relate to, you know, more than you think.
And also, one of the things, and I told you, I sent an email to you. I'll never forget being on the set. It was at a jail scene, and you said, you know, Gregg, you really have great instincts. You should trust your instincts more. And
I said that to you?
You said that to me, and it really changed things for me because I was like,
For the better?
For the better. Yeah.
I was like,
Well,
that's kind of a ballsy thing to say.
Well, because
You don't trust your instincts.
Well, because I was always going in with a plan. I knew
Oh.
exactly what I was going to do.
Oh, I see.
And it really elevated my work in many ways. So I want to thank you for that.
By that point, we knew our characters so well.
Yeah.
It was just about the machine. You
Yeah.
know, just trying to stay human as you churn out 22 episodes. You know?
Right.
It was a fun place to be.
It was a beautiful place to be. And you had such a great relationship with Martha.
And Martha's incredible.
Ow!
Did it just happen?
No,
I was just dramatizing. It only happens a couple times a week.
You know what else? Sometimes when I pee, it comes out in 2 different directions. Zow, zow. I'm dramatizing too.
We work very similarly. We're not too precious. Someone can yell out, "That sucked, do it again." And you're like, yeah, it did. Okay, let's go. It's not going to wound us or, make us cry. And we like to, and we can laugh at ourselves. And we certainly found plenty of physical things.
What are you doing?
Your father wanted to take a bath, and I lost an earring in the...
Grown-up stuff. We're doing grown-up stuff.
It was a great relationship they had.
Yeah.
A ton of love in the house. No money, plenty of love, and bake like phones.
Garret, I so admire you for your career. I appreciate when you told me to trust my instincts. And I think you're just such a great example for us in so many ways with your work. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for letting me come. You guys are great.
It was so great having Garret here speaking to the students. We actually filmed the entire interview and we'll share that pretty soon on YouTube. So hit like and subscribe so you'll be notified of that. Keep working. I want you to be a working actor too. We'll see you next week.